you know what, that's a bit disappointing. It's an AMG. So obviously it's a white car, gloss black, gloss white, panda. I've gone ahead and I have completed the rear assembly. Hello people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. In this episode, this is going to be a landmark episode because hopefully we'll be buckling down on the rear end and just doing that final assembly. If you look right here, at the end of the last episode, we ran out of time and we ran out of paint. Whilst I was away, a couple of days later, Akil went ahead and he sprayed this rear bumper. It's nice and ready, it's had time to cure, so that's ready to go on. We're going to be putting aftermarket diffuser onto that, and oh, look at these bad boys. We're going to be fitting these lovely tailpipes as well. There's so much things that's going to be going onto this rear bumper, and then we can assemble the rear end on the car, which was the brunt of the damage. And if we've got time, we'll be getting the car out, giving it a nice clean, because as you can see, it's a complete mess. And then hopefully we'll be turning our attentions to the front end. If you look over there as well, if you know, you know. I told you about it in the last episode as well. That's a new build on the channel. That's coming soon. It's a 2021 BMW M4 G82. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, that's gonna be nice. At the end of the last episode, we went ahead and we took care of that boot. And I just want to comment on one thing. I never really talk about comments, but when you've got people, there's a few people who watch all of my content and they either press dislike, because I've always just got one dislike all the time. There's one particular guy that was saying about the boot lid and the boot pan, and that's when you're commenting on the work, it can then mess up the business side of things. There's a lot of stuff that is done off camera. I just want to say that everything that you see on the camera is just a small fraction of the enormous amount of work that goes on off the scenes. I've had people talk about the welding on the camper van. I've had people talk, and everyone's entitled to their opinions. But I just want to say this for everyone else who's watching, everything that we do on camera, there's then a ton of other work that's then done off camera that you don't see. So everyone's saying that we just stuck the pan in, it's gonna fly off on the motorway, all of that, ha ha ha, happy days. However, off camera, we went ahead, and I said this on camera, but once the cameras were off, we also went ahead and everything was all set. We put some pot rivets all around the seams, all around everything, so that's secure, like everything is proper. I just want to put that out there because you never know who's watching, you never know who might get the wrong idea of what we're doing here on the channel. Anyway, with that said, can't let it get us down. Let's get all of this on the car, get the back end reassembled, and then hopefully get the car outside. So we're ready, guys. For everyone who commented on the GoPro footage, you're in for a treat, because today you're back on the GoPro, and instead of a head strap, I went out and I got you guys a chest strap, so you're going to be even closer to the action. Anyway, that's the rear bumper. I've got it cable tied down to the stand at the moment, but if you look over here, this is the diffuser that the owner opted to go with, and I think this thing's going to look sick. So obviously it's a white car. It's gonna be gloss black, jeez, and it's gonna have some carbon tips to go with that. But guys, tell me, how sick does that look? That looks crazy. Akil, what do you think of this? Yeah? This should just clip into place like so. Make sure everything lines up. Let me step back, guys. Take a look at that splitter. The gloss black, gloss white, piano, panda. Looks good. Alright guys, so that side is all done. I'm gonna show you what those tips and the whole setup looks like in a bit, but I've just run into a problem. These are the tips obviously that the owner brought to us, and it looks like they have got two of the identical sides. So both of these tips, they belong on the driving side, and it needs to be, so this chrome section is meant to be up, and it doesn't, yeah, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit on that side because these hooks have to be here, and it needs to hook in down there. So they're both wrong. So I'm only going to be able to fit one in, and I will have to leave this one. I'll just assemble this side on the plastic piece, but I'll have to leave the tips off on this side. So guys, I believe that that's everything. I've got the two exhaust clips, 1 and 2. Those are for the flaps and the exhaust to make the sound louder or quieter. Parking sensors are in, wiring is in, number plate lights, I've threaded those through and I can do those from the other side. Let's go line it up and see how it's looking. So those go through. So I can put those in. It's looking good, but I forgot something. 1 and 2. So far so good, people. So far so good. How's that, guys, for a BBL, Brazilian butt lift on a car? Close this and I'll step back and show you. Still need to do some lining up, but so far so good. Those tips. Angus, what do you think? Good. Looking good, isn't it? Yeah. Let's start it up, guys, see if that camera works. Some of you guys were saying, why didn't I take the badge off? It's because it's got a camera inside and the way it's attached, I just didn't want to break it, basically. So we'll clean that up, tidy that up, and it's going to be fine. So guys, with that on now, and I've connected all the wires, the exhaust flaps should be connected. Let's go start the car up and see how it sounds with the exhaust flaps open and closed. Got the key in my pocket. Oh, yeah. Alright you guys, so the car has had time to warm up, and that's it. So you've got a little button here, have a look, I don't know if you can see that. Yep, that's the exhaust button. So I've never heard them since the car's been here. So that's it with the exhaust closed. And if you press that, it's now changed to powerful up there. And that's you know what, that's a bit disappointing. It's an AMG. It just sounds a bit meh. Exhaust closed. Exhaust open. This is meant to be fully sport, and I'll put it in Sports Plus as well. Like, it's got the AMG badge. It should be. That's powerful. Oh well, at least you saw it. Right, let's continue. Alright you guys, so I've gone ahead and I have completed the rear assembly, but I do not want to go any further until A, I line up all of this mess, and B, more importantly, I want to get this roof down. It's annoying me now. I need to get these anti-rollover bars to retract back inside, and there's a way to do it, I just don't know how, and it's frustrating me. It's really, really frustrating me. Look at all of the parts we've got for the front. I'm not gonna say too much, but there's a ton of parts and there's a ton of mods we're gonna be doing on the front end. But before we do that, I wanna get this roof down, and I ain't going nowhere else. I ain't doing anything else until I get the roof to work. Alright guys, so it's about 5 days later and we have tried to get those rollover protection bars to go down. I've read this and I've read that, push this little clip up, push it to the left, do this, do that. We've tried it all, still can't get it to go down, so I'm not gonna waste any more days. These are special times. If it was my build, I would just keep going until I got that bit done before continuing, but this is a customer car, so I have to take, time is of the essence. So we're gonna continue, and it's all about the front end. And as you can see, all of these boxes behind me, got you, brother? And as you can see, there's a ton of boxes behind me, one there, and those boxes were holding all the bits that we got for the front end. Now let me show you what exactly it is. So guys, as you've just seen in the slow motion shots, we've got a C63. I know that it's a C43, but the customer, this is what he wanted to do. He went out and he got all these bits and he asked us to spray it and fit it onto the car. So we've got a C63 front end. And the reason why he wanted to do this is it's gonna make it a little bit more bulky at the front. Just is gonna widen it with the wings. The wings on the C63 are slightly a bit more wider and it's just got more of an aggressive look on the front. You've got this, he's got a massive splitter, massive grills, and it's just going to be very, very aggressive. We're going for an aggressive look on this car. It's a C43, like I said, but look at the bonnet here. This is going to be the C63 bonnet. We've taken it out and we've kind of like scrubbed it with the bristle pad, getting it ready for paint. Akil's going to come back and he's going to lay some paint down. Let me just show you on the car. We've got it all covered. But the bonnet on the car, the wings on the car, everything is fine. There's no issues, no dents, no scratches. Those are just the parts that I just said, the grills and what's not that we've left there. But if anyone wants to buy any parts for a W205 front end, get in touch. We've got a front bumper, wing, bonnets. So guys, I wish I could stay and video all of that stuff getting sprayed, but it's date night, I got to head off. I'll be back in the morning. Hopefully all of those bits are going to be sprayed and we'll get them fitted to the car. Alright guys, so I've just come into the garage and as you've seen behind me and by those slow motion shots, Akil went ahead and he did what I said he was gonna do. Listen, Akil is on point with this stuff, man. He went ahead last night and he put down some paint on all of these front panels and we're gonna be fitting them onto this car today. But let's go check him out. So you got that C63 style front bonnet, nice and smooth. The paint has gone down really, really well. And bearing in mind, we haven't got a booth, but it just shows that you can get some really nice paint jobs because this still needs to be cut, flattened and polished, and it's gonna make it even pop even more. Anyway, you got those aggressive ridges for the C63. You got the two wing panels right here, 1 and 2. Once again, paint has gone down really, really well. I don't know how much you can see that on the camera. Once again, you got a bit more aggression with those little indents right there. And then you got the C63 front bumper. It looks like he's only put this down. It looks a bit satin. He hasn't put any, I think he might, Akil might have run out of clear coat because it doesn't look like he's got any clear coat on this one. This looks like it's just straight paint. I don't know what he's got in store for this, so I'm gonna ask him once he comes in. But it's definitely, have a look, clear coat on there. You can see all the reflections. And this one just looks a bit satin. But anyway, you've got those panels, like I said, and it's time to get all this paper off the car now. We did the back, we haven't polished that yet. But before we do that, I want to get the car outside, get it cleaned up. It's a mess, too much dust, get it tidied up. And then we'll be swapping out all the front end bits for all that new stuff. So let's go. Okay guys, so I've just come off the phone with Akil. He did actually run out of clear coat lacquer last night, so he wasn't able to finish that bumper right there. So the plan is he's gonna go out today. That's why he's late coming in. He's gonna go out, get some lacquer, do all of that jazz. So he told me not to touch anything in terms of the bits that he painted last night. So unfortunately, I can't do any more. I think that we've done quite a lot in this episode. I haven't edited it up yet, but I'm pretty sure we did a lot on the rear end. We sprayed these bad boys. We got a lot done in this episode. So this is where we're gonna end this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna hopefully have that bumper all sprayed out, get all of those bits on the front end, and hopefully we'll be one step closer to getting the Mercedes C43 completed and out of here, man. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, press the like button. And yeah, man, if you're not following me on Instagram, go check out Instagram. Follow me on Instagram for all the inside scoop. And this is where we're gonna head off. So like I always say, keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, thank you for watching. Click here to see what YouTube thinks you should watch. Click here to watch one of my previous episodes. And like it said there, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We out.